and welcome back to NFL Playoff Pick'em for our Season 3 finale. And as always, I'm joined by EJ Samuel. How you doing, man?
Doing pretty good. Man, we're running slow today. I can see the action going. I'm running slow. I'm excited because the Eagles are Super Bowl champions, but I'm also happy because the Leafs are not. So
Yeah,
I don't know how to
yeah. This is
really.
we just gotta just for everyone that
Um,
said Chiefs three-peat. Here we go. On the road to victory. Score a touchdown, 1, 2, 3. You ready for this? Ready? Hold up. I know you heard this a million times on Sunday, but it's Thursday and we're still celebrating. Here we go. Ready? Eagles. Eagles. Let's go, baby. Let's go. All right. So as you can tell, I'm very excited.
am I in the right Zoom call? I don't think
Yeah.
I'm in the right Zoom call. I think I joined a doofus convention once.
Oh man. Wait.
I
Listen.
always are.
Listen. It is just. I have a lot to talk about. I'm sure you do as well. But this is going to be interesting.
I would assume so. Yes.
It's going to be an interesting episode because this
All
is
right.
we're getting to talk from an Eagles fan, a fan of the team that won, and then also someone who does not like the team that won, but also hates the Chiefs more to where it's okay, the Chiefs didn't win, but at what cost? Because the Eagles won. Because I know you are not an Eagles fan at all.
No, but you know who I am a fan of?
Kenny Pickett.
Kenny Pickett,
Yeah,
and he's a Super Bowl champion.
right. He got his ring, so you should be happy about that, right?
Actually, you know what? You know what? Do your talking. Got to put the Kenny jersey on
I
right
was gonna
now.
say, where's your Kenny jersey? This guy's slacking over here.
Oh my!
Gotta get your Kenny jersey on for your boy. Well, I'll start then. I'll start talking about the game while you do that. Wow. And you know what? This is not on air radio, so I can say it. The Eagles put belt to ass. It doesn't get any easier to explain than belt to ass. I have no other way to describe it. It was just I'd say up until the middle of the third quarter or like beginning of the third quarter, it was just men against boys. I've never seen a team that had so much hype going into a game, had so much poise and all this. Oh, Patrick Mahomes, is he the GOAT? Travis Kelce and Mahomes are the new Gronk and Brady. I've never seen a team like that get brutally beaten so bad in the biggest game of the year by a team that went the whole year, and myself included, wanted a head coach fired. Jalen Hurts doesn't have the stats. Oh, he hasn't won a Super Bowl yet. Oh, he doesn't have the stats. Oh, this and that. All these things people talking about. Sirianni, oh, Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown are fighting. The chemistry in the locker room sucks. Uh-oh, this team lost. This team is 2-2 now, guys, or whatever it was at that point. They suck. They're not going anywhere. Sirianni's gone at the end of the year. Jalen Hurts is never going to be a franchise quarterback. Saquon Barkley's just going to get hurt again. Oh, all this. Super Bowl champions. And you put a beating down on a team that just, you hear about all the time. Oh, three-peat, they're going to three-peat. Oh, it's the Chiefs, this, that. But you know what? I want to I want to hit on this point because it makes me feel good knowing that this was the difference maker, especially as a former offensive lineman. The Chiefs D-line got, embarrassed. Or the Chiefs O-line got embarrassed, I should say. Wait, hold on. As an O-lineman, I'm happy that the trenches made a difference, not the fact that the D-line, you know what I'm saying? I worded that.
I know exactly what you're saying.
So I'm glad to see that the trenches made a difference here because the Chiefs O-line got absolutely destroyed. I mean,
Agreed.
it was
Agreed.
embarrassing. It was bad. Mahomes probably looked the most uncomfortable he has in his career. I'd even say even when they lost to the Bucks, to Tom Brady,
My God.
you know what I mean?
Honestly, if we're being real,
Yeah.
The Eagles' defense really played a big part in this game.
Oh,
They really played the big part of this game. And listen to this. Listen to this. A guy like a guy like Kareem Hunt, who all season, this is very hard to believe, averaged over 6.5 a carry.
Yeah.
They held him to 3 carries for 9 yards, an average of three. His longest run was only 6 yards. He
Wow.
converts at least once every game.
Yeah, I know. Oh my
The
God.
Eagles came to play.
They,
And we'll go over this.
yeah.
We'll go over this. We're gonna go through the recap and everything. But the stats are here. The stats are here. So and look at there is not much to work with the Chiefs. I've been looking at these stats for a couple days and I don't even have the words. Like I don't even know what to say. This is not the two-time defending back-to-back champion Kansas City Chiefs right here.
Oh.
This is little St. Mary's sisters and brothers and sisters of the deaf and blind. That's what this is.
Yeah.
And like this is like a 1.5 A high school football team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what that's because the Eagles came to play. It's not because the Chiefs are a bad football team by any sorts, but the Eagles came to play. And when you sit and you are like, you know who you're facing, you faced them before. They pretty much do the same darn thing they do every single year.
Sure, yeah.
You've got, I mean, for goodness sakes, where was Jahan Dotson all playoffs? And then all of a sudden, brother pulls up like, oh, yeah, I forgot. I'm Randy Moss. And it was like,
Yeah, right? Yeah. Oh, wait, I play for this team.
wait, I play for the Eagles now.
That was another thing, and I brought this up in our Super Bowl picks. The amount of depth that the Eagles have is a big factor in the way they've played as well. I mean, again, you look at a guy like, I like to use him as an example because I really like Jahad Dotson, PA guy, Eastern PA to be specific. I like him a lot. He's our third or fourth receiver, and he still makes plays like that. Like, you know what I mean?
Bizarre.
Like, he still makes plays like that. That's how much depth this team has. And I
Right.
said last week, the Chiefs didn't really have that depth. And then, okay, another thing I want to talk about too. And, you know, people said, oh, it didn't really, like, I heard things, it didn't really mean anything. I always looked back to the games all season. The way the Eagles played throughout the entire season and the way the Chiefs played the entire season. And it showed on Sunday. It showed.
Right.
Because the Chiefs, you look at all their scores, they didn't really beat anybody soundly. You know what I mean? They were struggling with non-playoff teams. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, the Eagles weren't beating everybody by 3 scores, but, you know, they weren't, you know, it wasn't down to the wire with the Cleveland Browns or the Tennessee Titans or whatever. I'm just using those teams as examples. You know what I mean? Teams of that kind. They weren't going down to the wire with teams like that. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, it's just, you know, it showed that the Eagles were a better team. But, you know, a lot of people are like, you know, the Eagles should win. Like, people were saying, oh, you know, the Eagles are a better team. On paper, they should win. You know, my dad.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Quote, my dad said on paper we should destroy them. He said that before the game. And I'm like, yeah, but it's the Chiefs. It'll be a close game no matter what. And I thought at the beginning when they gave that call when they had that call against A.J. Brown, the first drive.
I saw.
I'm like, here we go again. This is going to be a three-peat. Taylor Swift's going to get married to Travis Kelce. He's going to propose. The whole world's going to end. The NFL's going to lose half its viewership. But then Eagles defense.
And work's going to be unbearable for me.
Yeah, work's going to be right. So, you know, that changed though very quickly. It's just amazing that this team was able to get up. It was 34-0, right? I was so after the first half, I was watching the game, but I was so hyped in the moment, but you know.
Yeah, at one point it was 34-0. That was
you don't see that.
That was the third. That was the third quarter, beginning of the third quarter.
Kelce didn't have a reception till the middle of the third either.
And just so we're clear, when they went up 34-0, which we'll go over because we're going to go over the game here in just a second, but that was one play for 46 yards.
Yeah, I know.
One play. That was a 7-second drive.
Yeah, it was after the Zach Bond pick, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So now we should probably go through these, what happens here, and we're going to do the same thing we did last year. Yeah, Jake?
Yes, yes.
where we just give the commentary as we go. So you want me to lead the charge? I have all the stats up here. So
Stat guy, so you can do that.
okay. So let's go over Super Bowl 59 or Super Bowl licks, which I like to call it. Okay, so obviously the final score was Philadelphia 40 and Kansas City 22. Kansas City came in at a record of 15-2. Interesting, two losses, but at one point we didn't think that that was going to be the case. Philadelphia came in at a record of 14-3. Lost some division games like Washington, but was able to salvage through the playoffs, and they're here. So you've got a 15-2 team who's defending back-to-back champs, and the Eagles who are back 14-3 through a scrappy playoffs, but they're here.
I would say the first two games, like Jalen.
Yes.
I'm going to say he sucked. He really did. He didn't,
especially against the Rams.
Especially against the Rams, absolutely. Now Washington, I kind of had a feeling. I'm going to throw this in here. After the Washington game, seeing the way we handled them, especially a team that was really hot with a young quarterback, the way that we played that game, I kind of knew, okay, the Eagles should continue that going in against the Chiefs, and they should win. Didn't expect that big of a win, but I expected them to win the game because of how they played against Washington compared to the last two games, the way they leveled it up.
Mm-hmm. Well, now we're in the Super Bowl. Everything's ready to go. And the Eagles get the opening kick. So Harrison Butker kicks it away. Okay, we're underway. Philadelphia starts from the 30. They aren't able to do too much. They tried Saquon Barkley the first time. He was able to get 4, maybe. And that drive kind of stalls. We've got a punt. Chiefs have it. Okay, now let's see what the Chiefs have. They literally were 4 plays. And I got to tell you right now, I am very, very impressed with one man on the Eagles in particular. I know you really like him, and I do also like him a little bit here. The Eagles have back to return the punts, Cooper DeJean, who will play a part in this, I promise. But
that's my guy.
The Eagles defense comes out to play to start, and Cooper DeJean starts off the 13-yard return, which we were like, okay, it's 13 yards, but hey, it's 13 yards against the Chiefs. We don't know what we're getting into, but this will be neat. On that Eagles drive, that second Eagles drive, they score a touchdown, 7 plays, 69 yards. Literally took only 3.5 minutes to go down. They start at the Philadelphia 33. Down immediately. Like immediately. Right? So you've got Saquon Barkley, Jake, on the first play. Okay. Then you pass Dallas Goedert, which another person we mentioned about getting involved. Then you've got Barkley for another first on another first down. Barkley again to Hurts, who will pass to Goddard. But here's the kicker. The unnecessary roughness call on the 3rd and 5. Dallas Goedert, they call McDuffie for unnecessary roughness. That's 15 yards, and that puts the Eagles in business, essentially.
Oh, you're talking about that one. Okay, you're talking about that one. Never mind.
Yes. Essentially, that puts the Eagles in business because right off the hop, right after that, it's 1st and 10. Okay, it doesn't really go anywhere, but this is where Jahan Dotson comes into play. This is a deep pass. This is 28 yards, and it's caught. He runs. I thought at first that he had gotten in, Jake, but they ruled he did not.
He was down before he crossed.
Exactly. So they review it. It is no good, but that sets them up on the 1-yard line. And what do the Eagles do that everybody in the league hates and should logically be banned from the game?
The tush push.
The tush push.
Unstoppable.
And I'll give you have like 8-1 odds right now to guess. Did they get it in on the tush push?
$1 million question. Did they get it?
Yes, they did. Go figure. A play that should be illegal actually worked because it cheated the system.
Yeah,
Yes, it worked.
that's actually a point. As an Eagles fan, I know some other Eagles fans too. They're like, this is not going to be allowed after a couple of years. Like they're going to ban this play.
Mm-hmm.
Because of how
Yep.
effective, especially the way we run it. Like it's just, it's unreal.
Yes. So 6:15 in, the Eagles are up 7-0 after Elliott makes it. Cool. Chiefs got this ball back, folks. They've got the ball back. It's 7-0. Kermit D. Frog comes out onto the field. Okay? And let's see what he can do. Newsflash, it was absolutely nothing. The Eagles defense, out of nowhere, just forces another punt. I mean, it was just 3 and out. I thought I was watching the Pittsburgh Steelers. I thought I was watching it was 3 and out. Yep. Run to the right. Nothing. 3 and out.
Sack.
And then
sack.
pretty much. And then we are this goes to the end of the quarter here. Eagles have the ball back. They take a lot of time on this drive. This was 5 minutes and 21 second drive right now. So incomplete pass on first down. Cool. They try some runs. Saquon Barkley. But here's the problem. The problem is there is an interception. It ends, the first quarter ends, and it is 7-0 Philadelphia. Philadelphia still has the ball in this drive. The problem is Hurts throws a pick.
Yeah.
Hurts throws a pick.
I was concerned.
And this is the part of the game, Jake, and I'm not sure if it was for you, where I was like, okay, but are the Chiefs like, I've seen their offense right now and they look flat. Is this the part where they get it back?
Right. That was exactly what I was thinking. You read my mind. That is the exact thought I had in my head. I'm like, oh boy, this is okay. This is back a little bit now.
Exactly. Now, as an Eagles fan, you were thinking, you were probably in the back of your mind racing a little bit like, oh boy. As a football fan, I was skeptical.
Yeah.
I was very skeptical, and I was right to be skeptical. Cook intercepts Hurts' pass. Chiefs get it back. And you'd think maybe they would try and do something here. They do not.
Newsflash.
Because apparently the Eagles defense has some sort of like bounty gate, being that we're in New Orleans, some sort of bounty gate on Patrick Mahomes, and they don't let the brother breathe. That guy doesn't even get a chance to. He snaps the ball, he looks up, and he goes, and nobody's blocking. Just dies. Just dies. It's like,
and nobody's blocking.
Okay. And so that's what it was. And they punt it back to Cooper DeJean. And he gets a decent run back. We are with the Eagles' possession now. Long story short, a bunch of stuff. They tried Barkley. They figured Barkley out in the first and second quarter a little bit.
Barkley really didn't do that whole much in this game, as much as you would think. He really didn't.
Mm-hmm.
But
I mean,
they kind of had him on lock.
Think about it, though. If you're the defending back-to-back champion Chiefs, obviously you're expected to make adjustments. Oh. And if the Eagles, their entire year is Saquon Barkley, no offense, but I'd come prepared to stop Barkley too.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And there's good news here. There's good news. Because this results in a field goal, this Eagles drive. They end up getting the points. It's 10-0. And then, right, the Chiefs get the ball back.
Oh, I'm getting excited just thinking about it.
And here we go. Jake already knows what's coming up.
Oh, I know.
Probably the worst drive for Chiefs fans ever is this one. Patrick Mahomes on 1st and 10 at the Kansas City 30 is sacked for a loss of 4 yards by Sweat. Then the 2nd and 14 play from the 26. He is sacked again by Hunt and Sweat. So Sweat twice. 3rd and 16. He's rattling in his boots, takes the snap, passes, looking for DeAndre Hopkins, but it's intercepted by Cooper DeJean. That is probably one of the most memorable Philadelphia sports moment.
Is not a safety. He's just a corner who will lock down your number one. DeJean is CB1.
Boy did he play like CB1. And he threw. Not only does he intercept this ball, Jake. Not
Yep.
only does he intercept this ball, pick six. And it's just like that 17-0 Philadelphia. And I was losing my mind at this point, Jake.
Yeah.
It's just bizarre, but absolutely bizarre. So
How excited I was when that happened because I love Cooper DeJean. Like at the beginning of the year, Saquon was my favorite, but as the year went on, Cooper DeJean is my favorite Eagles player right now, easily.
Biggie Mills getting a Cooper DeJean jersey, 100%.
That's what I'm getting. Kelly Green one.
Kelly Green. I was just about to say, how much you want to bet Kelly Green right now?
I don't have a Kelly Green jersey, so that's going to be my Kelly Green jersey, Cooper DeJean.
Honestly, I might get one, but it would probably be like Randall Cunningham or something.
And Eagles. Yeah.
If I get an Eagles jersey, it would be Cooper. It would, well, actually, I might not. I might get Cooper DeJean. I don't know. I do want one for the collection. Anyway, Chiefs get the ball back. Do they do anything with it? No, they punt. But the good news is the Eagles get it back as well, and they punt. And then the Chiefs get it back again. This is a $1:49 left in the second. Chiefs, one play, intercepted again. This one by Bond to the Kansas City 14.
They better resign. They should.
And that's just that. But to the Eagles, feed off of that. Not only has Cooper DeJean done ridiculous work and got a pick six, but is that it? Are the Eagles like kind of going to fizzle out now? 17-0, they're done. No, absolutely not. 2 plays, 14 yards, a 10-second drive.
First play, they get it out. Yep.
First play is Hurts to the right, got 2 yards, but they positioned them in a point where the Chiefs have to call a timeout. They have to call a timeout because you don't want to go down 20-0, 24-0. You just don't. You absolutely do not. And the Eagles already have good field territory. Well, guess what happens? Right the next play, timeout didn't do squat because Hurts passes to A.J. Brown, 12 yards, touchdown, and the extra point is good. And it is now 24-0, and America is going nuts. Respectfully, what the hell is going on right now?
That too, yeah. But also kind of...
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so Chiefs get it back. They have a chance to score right before half. They do not. They punt it. Eagles go out. 25 seconds, just kind of kneel it out, and that's that. We have halftime. A bunch of old people get mad about the Super Bowl halftime show because they don't understand it.
Yeah.
And back to football. Third quarter. Let's get to the third quarter. Now, the third quarter was very interesting because that's when the rout happened. First off, the Kansas City fans are probably losing their mind by this point because it's another punt. The Chiefs get the ball to start the second half. It's another punt.
I was very concerned about that. I was worried because, because they were getting the ball coming out. So I'm like,
okay, right.
Coming out. It's still Mahomes and the Chiefs.
I was very skeptical, Jake, because this whole thing was okay. It's 24-0. But this is the Chiefs, and this is the referees. Yeah. Some may right.
Yeah.
Some may right. But apparently, everything was okay. Because the Eagles right off the top. There's a sack. There's Davis in there. He gets a sack. Another one where Mahomes scrambles. He gets 8 yards, but is absolutely laid out by Gardner Johnson. And I mean lit up and no flag.
Yep.
Which was great.
Yeah. That was
because I thought it was perfectly legal.
Yeah. And, you would think, oh, they're going to call that. But no, they didn't.
No, because it's the Chiefs. You think they are.
We laid him out twice.
Oh, yeah. And he was – I almost felt like in the fourth quarter, he was almost like scared to like leave the pocket. Like even when granted, he didn't get an opportunity. He didn't get an opportunity to leave the pocket much because he was sacked pretty much immediately. Their offensive line sold. But the times that he did have an opportunity, he looked like he went to run and then he'd get like 2 yards out and like second guess himself and be like, yeah, I should probably go back. I should probably just
Right.
stop. But they punt. Chiefs punt. Eagles get it back. They are already up 24-0. So they're probably just playing, let's play conservative, right? Let's play conservative, right?
No.
No.
Not at
No, they did not. Matter of fact,
all.
they drove all the way down. Um, Philadelphia got a chance in good field goal range after converting 3 times on this drive for first downs. They called the timeout. They tried some funky stuff to get a touchdown. It didn't quite work out. But the good news is there was the false start penalty. I think actually helped him because if you look at Elliott's stats, inside 25 yards, statistically, he's worse than he is out in between 25 and 30 yards. I don't know if you knew that, but now you do.
Oh, I know.
They back him up. He's got a 29-yard field goal on 4th and goal. And here we are. Already it's 27-0. Like ridiculous.
Insane. I couldn't believe it. Like genuinely.
I would imagine.
As a fan, I couldn't believe it. It was awesome.
This is ridiculous here. Because then the Chiefs have this I'm very smart type deal where this boggles my mind. They come out swinging, they get the first down for this next drive. And then it's 1st and 10, they're at the 41. Okay? 2nd and 4 after Mahomes fumbled the ball beforehand.
Yeah.
It was recovered by him. He picks it up for a yard. Then he hands off to Kareem Hunt. He gets 6 yards. So they're like, okay, we almost had a scare, but we're okay, and we have positive yardage. Yeah. 2nd and 4. This is where this falls apart. Okay. Chiefs then run the ball again with Mahomes, obviously, because they can't trust freaking Pirine or Pacheco or Kareem Hunt to run the freaking ball. So he has to do everything his darn self. And again, this is where I say he was scared. He fumbled the darn ball. Oh. They recover, and now the Eagles have momentum because there's a holding call, but whatever. The Eagles have momentum. Okay, 3rd pass short to Kelsey. Kelsey has 9 yards after dropping all those friggin' other balls. I mean, I would be scared if I had Taylor Swift watching me too, but my goodness, he was actually trash.
Yeah.
Like, actually. And then 4th down, it's 4th and 4. Do they think that they can get it? Can they catch the Eagles off guard? No, they cannot. Pass was incomplete to Hopkins, who was also complete freaking dog water, and that's just what it was.
Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, you only get 4 downs to convert, and they did not. So what does that mean? It's a turnover on downs.
For the Eagles.
And what happens, folks? I don't know. The Eagles go down and score again. They get another field goal after a 6-minute and 42-second drive. 12 plays, 69 yards, I believe. And this also bleeds essentially into I'm sorry. We are at 27-0. This is the play turnover and downs. It is now, they score a touchdown because this is the long play. This is the Devontae Smith play. This is 46 yards for a touchdown. My fault. I know this would end up bleeding into the 4th quarter when the Chiefs get the ball back, but it is 34-0 if you're keeping up. And I'll have the end stats at the end for you. But the Chiefs then have an opportunity with 34 seconds left. They get the ball back, and oh my goodness, they found the end zone. Yeah. Christopher Columbus, Patrick Mahomes. Yeah. I have discovered new land. It is the end zone. I can't believe this exists.
Let's play the game.
But guess what? They try to go for 2, looking for some sort of I would say an adrenaline boost or some sort of pick-me-up. And well, in true, we're not getting helped by the referees, Kansas City Chiefs fashion. It falls short because they're really not that great. They're a good football team, but they're not a great football team. And
Right.
good, only great football teams do 2-point conversions and actually get them.
Right.
Just so we're clear.
Yeah.
Steelers may or may not be one of the top at 2-point conversions. That may or may not be my Pittsburgh bias for the day.
Yeah.
But finally, there we are into the fourth quarter with the Eagles. They got the ball back with 34 seconds into the third, and fourth quarter starts. So they are now up. They are up 37-6. Start going into the fourth quarter with a drive that we're in the middle of. They start off the fourth quarter at 2nd and 6, and this, I think, is a very important play. Okay, whatever. It's a short pass to Barkley. It's an 11-yard run, but I think that this is important because it gets you a first down, but it gets you in perfect position. You're at the 45, and now they pull out. They almost like they pulled out like a no. I don't know. It almost felt like they knew, like it was like pre-rehearsed. Like they must have got together before and like, listen, if we get a first down here, okay, going into this quarter, let's just go straight down. Because although they took a lot of time off, this again was a 5-minute and 43-second drive. They knew what they were doing. Like they didn't look like they had to like call plays much. There wasn't much communication. They were like, "Yep, we know what we're doing.
Right.
We know what we're doing." Because the Chiefs were that they telegraphed all of their defensive plays like easy, like so easy. This goes down. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 plays total, 9 of them getting Elliott set up for a 48-yard field goal.
Yep.
And now, now it's 37-6. Chiefs get the ball back. They fumble immediately.
Yeah.
Eagles get the ball back. We're now in the.
Mahomes got decked.
I mean, lit up.
Yeah.
Lit up. And there was, of course, must note, there was an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. It was a 15-yard penalty. It was enforced. That took it out to the Kansas City 18. The Eagles had the ball back still. They still got their ball back. And at this point, don't need to score touchdowns.
Right.
But this would mark the end of the Eagles' scoring spree. They do get a field goal. It is 40-6, which is what the Eagles would end off with 40.
Yeah. Chiefs
get it back. They need to do some stuff. You know what I mean? They need to at least, they're going to lose this one. I think Andy Reid was kind of just like, listen, we're going to lose this one. Can we at least not make it look like we lost 40-6, please? Can we not do that?
Yeah, we got to make it a little bit better than 40-6. Yeah.
So Miss Piggy said to Kermit, hey, listen, I need you to at least make it look like I didn't get killed in a Super Bowl, please.
Got it.
And he goes, sure, whatever you say there, Miss Piggy. And he goes out there, and it's a 75-yard 12 play, 5-minute and 7-second drive for the Chiefs. And finally, the Chiefs have not life, but they have something to save their dignity. And it is Mahomes. They pass to Hopkins for a 7-yard touchdown. They do the 2-point conversion attempt, and they get it.
Yes, they get it.
After there's a penalty on illegal use of hands. Doesn't matter. It's Blankenship. Who cares? 40-14. Eagles have it. Really, all they have to do is just start running clock down because this is 2 minutes and 50-something seconds. Right? Eagles, not the smartest type of deal, but it doesn't matter when you're up 40-14. They turn it over on downs, essentially.
Yeah, they do.
Pickett is in. I will take Kenny, my friend. Listen, okay? I appreciate the 4-yard gain, but let's kind of like, I don't understand. Maybe this is not just Kenny. Maybe this is the play calling, but I get it. They're trying to run the clock down. They're trying to run the ball, run the clock down, but I don't know. I think maybe pin the Chiefs deep, kind of send them. In my case, I would try and pin them deep, send a friggin' message. Even if you're not going to score, throw the ball still a little bit, because regardless, they end up getting scored on in the next drive anyway, which is foreshadowing. But, I think if Kenny's out there, And Jalen Hurts already did a great job. Why not throw it deep? And if you're not going to score, at least pin the Chiefs deep so that
Yeah,
they end in their own territory.
yeah,
Just go like, listen, you may have won the one before, but we just whooped y'all ass right now. And
yeah.
we want you to look at where you're ending. You're on your like 15. That's the type of deal. If I was Sirianni, I would say, listen, I just want them to end in their own territory. I don't care if we even end with the ball.
Yeah.
But whatever, they don't. Pass was incomplete to Dotson, so they turn it over. Chiefs have the friggin' ball. Okay.
4 minutes left in this meeting.
Okay. And we have 1 minute and 48 seconds left. They score with a very long pass for Worthy, 50 yards, touchdown. Attempt is good. The 2-point attempt is good because apparently we don't kick field goals because they don't trust Harrison Butker for some odd reason, even though he's one of the better kickers in the league. And it's 40-22. Eagles get the ball back, kneel it out 3 times. Kenneth Shane Pickett is a Super Bowl champion. The Eagles have won Super Bowl licks. That is it. Really, really quickly, because I know we don't have a lot of time. Here's some quick stats for you. Patrick Mahomes went 21 for 32, 257 yards, and of course, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. So his QB rating was a 95.4. Hurts and Pickett both got in the game. Hurts was 17 for 22, 221 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, and a quarterback rating of his rating was 119.7. His QBR was 75.4. Absolutely ridiculous compared to Mahomes' QBR, which is 11.4. My God. Let's look at the rushing. Okay. Hurts rushed 11 yards, 11 carries, 72 yards. Barkley, 25 carries, 57 yards. Okay, whatever. Mahomes, 4 carries, 25 yards on their side, and the leading actual running back for their team was Kareem Hunt, 3 carries, 9 yards. Absolutely ridiculous. Receiving, there's absolutely nothing except for Xavier Worthy. He had 8 receptions for 157 yards. The receiving on the Eagles side was all over the place, spreading the wealth. The leading receiver was Devontae Smith, 69 nice yards. And with the touchdown, A.J. Brown also totaled a touchdown in that as well. And yeah, there's really not much else. But Cooper DeJean ended off with three solo tackles and a pick 6. So that's the stat of the game for me. Absolutely. And Sweat also had 2.5 sacks. Milton Williams also totaled 2 sacks. So that's essentially what it is. Finally, I don't have to deal with this. It's over with, and everybody can go back to normal now.
And
Yay.
now, before we finish the episode, let's go through our final rankings. Congratulations to Jake Jones on winning with a 9-4 record, flat out. Zach, me, and you all finished 8-5. But the tiebreaker was that Zach was the closest in total points. The total points in the game were 62. Zach had 60, actually. He was 2 points off.
Right.
And then me and you had the same amount of difference in points, which was 10. You had 72, I had 52. But I got the game pick right, and I was technically closer because you were over.
Because I went over.
Yeah. So I got that, and then your brother finished 5-8. So that's our final rankings. Yeah, guys, that was Pick'em Season 3, ended in a great one. Our first season didn't end with the Eagles' victory, but this one did. Season 4, who knows who we're going to see? Let's look at that logo and find out. No, I'm kidding. Not kidding. But
this logo. This logo.
For you, hopefully.
No, absolutely not. They're not making it. 100%.
I don't know if that happened, but yeah. But yeah,
They're
guys,
terrible.
thank you so much for watching NFL Playoff Pick'em this season. We'll be back next NFL Playoff season for Season 4. And, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. And, EJ, they'll hear you on the radio.
You're